Hello everyone, I'm Cliff, welcome to my shed. Fireworks going off all over the place and the dog is not happy about it. You've got to put up with him barking now and again. Right, so what am I going to be doing this week? Well, I've got to bore you with a bit of backstory to start with. My golf club introduced this thing where trying to cut down on waste and things, where if you bring your own cup and get it filled up with your tea and coffee, you get a 20p discount on the price of it. And I had a Lidl travel mug, which I'd been using, going up there, taking it, getting me cups of tea and coffee in that. Until I left it on the table one day and some bastard nicked it. Yep, I went back for it, and would you believe it, someone bothered to nick a Lidl travel mug. Anyway, this weekend my wife went to the garden centre with my daughter and she brought me back this. Now this, for those of you who don't know, is a Yeti. Fig, it's alright. Shh. This is a Yeti 10-ounce travel mug. I mean, there's no doubt about it, it's a lovely thing. It seals really tight, the lid, and it's got this wonderful little magnetic mouth bit opener and shutter. 20 quid. She paid 20 quid for this thing. Now, it's not that I don't appreciate it, I really do, it's a lovely thing. But I can't be trusted with a 20 quid thing that I've got to cart about with me. I can't risk losing it. So can I take it out of the house? And I'm going to have to, because I've got to use it. So anyway, so what I thought I'd do is, as I've got a laser engraver, I'll engrave my details on it, so that if I do leave it anywhere, I've got some chance of getting it back. Which brings its own problems. Let's move on. Now, some of you may think you've seen this before, but you're probably wrong, because this is an S10. This is a Sculpfun S10. Fig, stop it. Yeah, this is a Sculpfun S10 laser. Now, you might be mistaking this for the S9 laser that I've got, but this came up on eBay. Someone was selling it second hand, and it came with some other bits and pieces. It was quite cheap, so I bought it, and it's got a much powerfuler laser, nearly twice as much as my old S9, which is still stuck away over there. And it also came with an air pump and a rotary attachment for doing rotary things, ideal for the cup. Now, to use the rotary thing, you have to lift this up, and it comes with these legs that screw onto the S10. So let's get back to the Yeti. Well, the Yeti, if you can see, has got a sort of a taper on it, which, if it's on the rotary, there is a danger that I think it might wobble up and down. So I was thinking of making a thing with a couple of bearings on it to try and support the other end, because I've seen similar things to that on YouTube and that, when people have been using rotary attachments for their lasers. But I watched one YouTube thing where the bloke, he was doing something similar to this, and all he did was measured the top, measured a little way up the bottom, and lasered out a ring for it to level it up. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, so here's my little ring. Pretty perfect for that. Sits on the end fine. Right, now on to the next bit. Right, I need to put these feet on it. Comes with the little nuts and bolts to do it, so I'll just stick them on and raise it up. Well, that's it, the legs are on it. And now I've got to connect up the rotary thing. You can adjust this. I'm going to make these a little bit wider, the legs, and is all you do, you get another lead with it that you put from there to the lead that feeds the Y-axis motor, and then that runs this. So I'll do that. But I tell you, I've been doing quite a lot of faffing about with this. I've tried to line the rotary tool with a couple of squares up against the gantry for the X-axis, but I can't quite seem to get it quite right. I'll do this test. Hopefully I've got it nearly right now, but I'm just doing it on tape on very low power just to see what it comes out like. It just keeps coming out a bit wonky. I'll fire it and we'll see how we get on with this one. Right, have a look at that. That looks like it came out a lot better than the others. Right, I don't know how well that's going to come out on that camera, but you can see these little lines here should be parallel with each other, but because of the shape of the cup, it's not quite doing that. Need to practice a bit more. Right, well, I've had quite a few attempts at this now. I've gone through an awful lot of tape, and the strange thing is, if I do it in fill mode, it seems to come out alright, but all the others, when I was doing it quickly with the line mode, just goes off. I mean, fill mode is quite alright, that is what I want to do it in, so that would be alright. I'm just going to do a couple more tests. I mean, that one there, I don't know if it's going to focus, that one there would be alright. I'm going to take this tape off. I've gone through many yards of tape doing this, I might tell you. I'm going to take this tape off, do another couple of tests, then see about going for it. Right, well, I'm about as there as I think I'm going to get. I've got the actual rotary table jacked up on 2 bits of 3mm ply. Knock that end up 6mm. And that's what I'm getting now. Still a bit elongated, still not quite right, but I think it's as good as I'm going to get. I did consider trying to mess about with the actual design and make it a bit wider than it is longer to try and take that oval shape out of it, because this should be round, because that is the design for it. But I have spent ages on this, so I think I'm going to take the tape off and go for the proper burn. Well, here goes. Alright, well, this is it. I'm going for it proper now. I've got no idea of the settings I should be using on this because I've got nothing to test it on. So I'm just going to go 55% power and 1500. In fact, I'm going to knock it down to 50% power. One pass and 1500 millimeters a minute. Here goes then. Glasses on. Just frame it one more time just to make sure. I think that's about it. Here we go. Right, well that is that. I think the end result is quite acceptable. I'll go down the bottom, wash it off and see how it's come out. Right, well I've just been down and washed it off and I'm pretty pleased with the result. There it is, if the camera's going to focus on that properly. Probably should have stuck with a 55% power because right at the... Nah, it's not really, it's just slightly coloured it. Thought there was a bit of rubber stuck on the bottom. But no, anyway. It's got to, certainly does its job, and in the end I'm quite pleased with it, but I have spent an inordinate amount of time doing this. But it's ready to use. I'm playing golf tomorrow. If I have a cup of coffee in the morning and one after the round, that'll be 40p towards the 20 quid. Right, well that's it for this one. See you next time. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing and commenting and everything. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye for now.